Wait, how many subscribers do I have? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 900 subscriber Q&A session. Wait, something's not right. Hey, can we cut the music? Can we cut it? Yeah, something's not right here. You know what? It's the background. Hang on, let's see if I can fix this. No, nah, not epic enough. Too epic. You're not supposed to see that. Ah, there we go, much better. Wait, where the, oh, for the love of, hey, voice of reason, get your ass in here. I'm coming, hold your horses, or in your case, a horse anyway. Ah, much better. Wait, something's not right. Hey, screenplay, you're on the middle of the screen, get out of the way. I can't move, you're not at the editing rig. Alright, hang on, I'll edit you out. Ah, there we go, much better. Hello, everybody, welcome to the Q&A session with the voice of reason. For those who are wondering, if I miss a question, it's more than likely because it's already been asked, so yeah, that's just a quick heads up. So, that said, let's get started. Alright, first question comes from Ghost Hunter 427, and he asks, when did you join the fandom? I joined the fandom in September of 2011. That was 2 weeks before the Season 2 premiere. I marathoned the entire first season and enjoyed it with its obvious hiccups, if you know my least favorite episode. Yeah, then that's how I got involved in the fandom. Actually, I really didn't get involved in the fandom until the end of the, the end of the Canonized wedding, when I came out with my first real-life pony video. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. iGamerGirl14 asks, how much do you like the Mentally Advanced series, and what is your favorite episode of the series? I like the Mentally Advanced series. I think it's a very clever parody on taking a look at the characters instead of just the overall story. What they do is take one aspect of each of the character and just multiply it by 11. So you have Twilight as an arrogant bitch, then you have Applejack as a stereotypical redneck, Pinkie Pie's mentally insane, Rarity as a slut, you get the idea. As for favorite episode, the more recent one, which was Suited for Success, where Rarity basically broke, Hoity-Toity broke up with Rarity, and it's up to the rest of the main six to cheer her up, and they keep on screwing it up throughout the week, and they repeat the same scenes over and over again, and they say, no, we're gonna do this right, we're gonna keep on doing this until we get it right, and they keep on screwing it up. It's hilarious. Favorite animated show besides MLP? Gravity Falls. Love Gravity Falls. Alex Hirsch is a genius with the supernatural element. I really can't say much for his work on, what was it, Marvel's Misadventures of Flapjack, because I really didn't like that series growing up. But I love the concepts they have. Really enjoyed the Street Fighter parody that they did. That was really great. Love the voice casting. Kristen Schaal just steals the show as Mabel. But overall, favorite animated show of all time, probably Avatar: The Last Airbender. You really can't go wrong with that. And finally, Twilight versus Luna in a fight. Who would win? Let's see. Luna controls the moon, the stars, and basically the tides, but Twilight is gathering magic in all forms plus friendship. I don't know. I think it'd probably be a tie. That's just me. Alright. 678112U asks, have you seen the anime Ladies vs. Butlers? If so, what do you think of it? If not, you should look it up. I did look it up in preparation for the Q&A, and I'm probably not going to watch it. The main reason for it is because I really tend to avoid the fan service ecchi shows that are just for the fan service. Shows like Iki Tosin, Mockinki, Battling Venus, Master of Martial Arts, I tend to skip. The only exception I made was Sekirei, and I loved it. It was a self-aware that it is a fan service Yamada Nadeshiko, the magical girlfriend show, but they do focus more on the plot rather than you know, the boobs. In fact, there actually been a couple of episodes where there weren't any fan service type elements. Either that or it's just the 1 minute, or either that or it was just the 1 minute of boobs for the day. But Lees versus Butlers, I'm probably not going to watch. And actually, I think you had another question much later on. Ah, yes. Did you ever watch the Looney Tunes show, Loonatics Unleashed? I did. And I liked it. Yeah, I tend to go against the grain on this one, but I'm one of the few people that actually really like the show. Yeah, it was it was taking the beloved Looney Tunes and putting them in the futuristic action setting. But what they did wasn't too bad. Voice cast was great. I mean, you got Rob Paulson voicing the Roadrunner. That's comedy on its own. Yeah, and the comedy was great. The animation was decent for the time. Yeah, I really enjoyed Loonatics Unleashed. Next question comes from Sonic Sparks 112. Are you a Sonic fan, and if so, what's your favorite Sonic game? I am a Sonic fan. My favorite game probably would be Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Genesis. I really enjoyed the co-op play in that. Playing as Tails in the multiplayer screen where it's Sonic versus Tails. Me and my friends would always go to the Casino Night Zone and see who would rank up the most most rings in the Casino Night Zone, and we would just like 5 minutes of game time just to get just to see who would get the most coins in that zone. Yeah, Sonic 2 is probably my favorite game. LAW, or asks, would you like to have your OC canonized in the show as a background pony? That would be cool, but then again, that's more of a slippery slope where you have everyone would want their background pony canonized. But that would be kind of cool. Second question, how did you get into the fandom? Story time. Now, I started off completely ignorant of the series. I saw parts of the Stairmaster, it was like my first episode, and it was just Fluttershy and the Kingdom Crusaders running around the cabin, and I was like, no, not gonna watch this. Then it was, I think it was April of 2011, where there are these two anime reviewers, Professor Otaku and Arcada, who do, of course, anime reviews, and they have their own different styles. They went to Anime Central, and they were talking about, they were going to talk about a long-running shonen show. The previous year they did Naruto, this year they were going to do Bleach. So the first minute of the review, they were talking about, okay, what did we do before we got to this situation? Okay, well, we got our badges, we walked the con floor, we got to the hotel room, watched Epic Mealtime and Ponies. So, would you rather, so Professor Otaku says, so we have the option, we can talk about Bleach ad nauseum, or discuss Ponies, or just watch Ponies. And then Arcada goes, well, Ponies, Ponies, Ponies. So, my thinking to that head is that, wow, Bleach either must be so bad they would rather watch a girl's cartoon, or My Little Pony is just that good. Turns out both. Yeah, but that catalyst was that review, where the dissection reflection was the catalyst to make me join the fandom. What are you planning to do with future videos? If you actually go to my channel, either in the top right corner, there is a list of all the things that I'm going to be doing in the future. Favorite episodes of Season 1, Season 2, favorite fandom and show songs, the top 5 reasons why I absolutely hate bridal gossip. I am planning to do a fanfic review, but I'm waiting on the author to pull out the epilogues. What else? Oh, and yeah, for those who don't know, I am doing a Question Girls review. Most likely both in vlog form and in review form, depending on if ANY wants to do the crossover again. Gabriella Sorbello asks, do you watch Black Butler? I should. I heard pretty good things about Black Butler. Sebastian, I hear, is really good. As one of the most kick-ass servants ever. Although I still have my heart for Roberta from Black Lagoon. Black Butler 2, or Kurositsuji 2, I heard is not that good. And I'll more than likely avoid it. Univerbrony asks, who would you consider as the major representative of the brony fandom in whole and the brony reviewers community in your honest Celestia thoughts? For the fandom, you would I'd probably look to the creatives for that. I would probably go with, in terms of music, maybe Living Tombstone or Mando Pony. In terms of like dance stuff, dance electronic stuff, and more band instrumental things. As for artists, I'd probably either go John Joseko or Pixel Kitties as the two leading people in art stuff. As for the brony reviewers, I really hate to pick favorites, but I'd probably go with Paleo and Brony Curious. Sorry, Digi. I think those two, I really like their style of reviewing and just that right amount of subjectivity and objectivity to make a good analytical review. Second question, who's your least favorite character of MLP? Diamond Tiara. Absolutely hate her. She is the stereotypical brat, and I do not want to see her redeemed, unlike Silver Spoon, who definitely deserves to be redeemed. What do you think of the latest arc in the MLP comics? If you're talking about the most latest one with the Nightmare Forces, love it. Absolutely love it. In fact, I actually think it's a little better than the previous arc with the return of Queen Chrysalis. So, yeah, that's what I really like about that. Pippo17173 asks, if you were able to write an MLP episode, what would it be about? If I could write an MLP episode, probably would be the Silver Spoon redemption thing. It would tie in. It would have a lot, although I'd have to bring it down to 22 minutes. So the first arc would be Silver Spoon loses her cutie mark. Second act would be Silver Spoon trying to fit in and realizing that Diamond Tiara is a complete bitch. Then the third part is going to be having Silver Spoon get her cutie mark back, but instead of going back to Diamond Tiara, she sticks with the Cutie Mark Crusaders. That's what probably I would write. What do you think about the CN Big 3, which is Adventure Time, Amazing World of Gumball, and Regular Show? Like Adventure Time, Gumball I think is really creative. Absolutely love Regular Show. In fact, I love it so much that I actually currently bought the Regular Show comic. And for those who want to pick it up, the plot of the first comic is Muscle Man and High Five Ghost start a mosh pit at a concert that wasn't even needed. It was like this acoustic guitar benefit concert, a la like Philip Phillips or Fun, and they ended up turning into a major heavy metal rock show, and it's up to Mordecai, Rigby, Benson, and Skips to save them from the actual mosh pit. Yeah, the mosh pit actually creates a sinkhole, and Muscle Man and the High Five Ghost are at the bottom of it, and they have to go save them. It's really damn funny. How many seasons do you want MLP to have? I would rather go... I think they have at least 3, possibly 4 more seasons out of them. If the next 2 seasons are going to be about exploring Twilight's, the Twilight's succession to Princess Celestia as the next ruler of Equestria. I want them. They're probably going to explore more about the mythology, the princess. Have her take on her own apprentice. I mean, how ironic would it be if Trixie is Twilight's apprentice? That I know that would get Seth happy. As for a final arc, I'd probably go for a more episodic adventure arc, a la Green Lantern, the animated series, or something from the comics. But yeah, that's probably... I think they have at least 4 more seasons in them. Alright, Biter75. Biter asks, what's with all the Q&A videos recently? Coincidence. I think it's just coincidence that the Q&A videos have been popping up lately. What's the most pointless question someone has asked you? I don't know. I think it has to be one of the more rhetorical questions that I may or may not have answered. But I don't know, I have to seriously think about that. You have to marry, date, and kill one of each of the main 6. Who would it be? It would be... Let's see. Marry Pinkie Pie, date Rarity, kill Applejack. And you probably know that's 1, 2, and 6 of my main 6 arcs. Brony Dude ML Pony asks, how old am I? I am 22, turning 23 in September. When did you become a brony? I became a brony when I watched Dragonshine. That was the point I said, yes, this is why people watch the show. Do you play DayZ? I do not. Fortunately, I do not have a strong enough computer for DayZ. So, yeah, sorry. I do not play DayZ or any really PC games. The Rubber Fury 981 asks, if you were the head writer for the Season 4 premiere, what would it be about? Well, it would have to be about the princess, Twilight becoming a princess, of course. Even though I would like to see the 1,000-year story with Cadence getting time displaced, I think this would be more about proving that, yes, she is ready to move on to the next level of studies. Just not the ones that she's been studying for the past 3 seasons of MLP. Who's your least favorite of the main 6? Applejack. Honestly, it's really tough to write for a character that is set up as this almost near-perfect person, outside of her stubbornness or really competitive nature. If there was a fight between the main 6, who do you think would win? Pinkie Pie! Just because. Pinkie Pie will somehow overpower Twilight with her fourth wall-breaking abilities. DeathChrist2000 asks, thoughts on the Conversion Bureau? For those who don't know what the Conversion Bureau is, it's a fanfic about it's a human in Equestria fic that I usually tend to avoid. It's a couple of fics that I would never pick up reading would be like the human in Equestria stories, grim, dark, shipping depending on the actual shipping. Any clop fic I'll avoid. But yeah, Conversion Bureau, from what I hear, and despite all its faults, I would probably never pick up. So I really can't give any thoughts on it. Worst episode from the era of your favorite Doctor? Okay, this is probably gonna answer a future question, but my favorite Doctor, or my Doctor, is Matt Smith. The 11th Doctor of the entire series. And the worst episode from my era of the Doctor would probably be a tie between Vampires of Venice and Closing Time. For those Vampires of Venice was Rory's first adventure with the Doctor, and it left a bad impression with me. Rory as this bumbling idiot, and it was just really bad slapstick, almost like the worst parts of games ponies play. But yeah, I really didn't like Vampires of Venice with the mutant fish people. But Closing Time is probably a closer one, because the Cybermen in that episode, it's the Cybermen and it's the Doctor, the Cybermen, and this guy who we met, that the Doctor met in like the previous season, in the previous series. What happens is the Cybermen were defeated by the power of love. Shoot me. Just exterminate me. Why don't you? Yeah. And finally, why is there animosity between bronies and fans of Adventure Time? Not sure. I haven't really been paying attention to the brony Adventure Time wars of 2011. So I really can't give a opinion on the animosity between those two. So, sorry if I couldn't answer your question. Nerd Newton asks, have you read the My Little Pony comics? If so, what do you think of them? Really enjoyed them. I really enjoyed the main series with the big adventure arcs. The micro series has been hit and miss so far. Well, at the time of this video, there have only been 3. I really liked the Rarity issue was fantastic. Twilight issue was awful. I thought the artwork really ruined the mood for the series, for the issue. Rainbow Dash's fic was a little better, but not by much. So I'm hoping that future issues like Fluttershy's and Pinkie Pie's issues are going to be really good. Mainly because the artist for the Pinkie Pie issues is Ben Bates, who also is my 3rd favorite artist from the Sonic the Hedgehog comics. So yeah, we have that to look forward to.